Hello? Morning, gamers! Happy Monday! Morning, Baron Eva and Yana, 10 months, baby! And Rex and Luminary and Alex! Oh my goodness. Rise. Rex, thank you for this immediate sip. The power of immediate sip. Okay. I don't know what this game is. So... Becca, welcome! A gamer! Oh my god, adding to all the gamers. Wait! 29 months with wait. Well, actually more for me. But for all of you, 29 months with wait. Astrologaster. Can we capture, please? I'm saying Astrologaster so that you'll capture. Thank you. Right. And then the sound, please. Please, the sound. Astrobabaspis! It always had to be this way. Okay, this is really quiet. Is it as quiet for all of you as it is for me? I can't fucking hear. Alex, it feels like it's been literally an eternity. I don't know, this weekend felt so long and, crazy. I want to play Peak again. Alex and Eva and I played Peak for the first time together as a family, and we fucking suck at it, and I died every time. I died every time. I would be like, don't worry, fam, I got this. And then I would pass away. And then one time, well, the first time I passed away, I was laying on the ground unconscious, and Alex picked up my unconscious body into their arms and then jumped off the cliff, killing us both. So... Rich, I would love to stream it. This is all I want in my life, but, Eva has a fucking job, which is disgusting, and Alex has a fucking job, which is disgusting, and, this is my job? So what do we do? You know? Please. And how was Repo, guys? I was having FOMO at an amount that was, dangerous to my well-being and my sanity, and I was like, I can't look at this directly. So I need you guys to tell me everything. You were playing it for hours. Oh, Loon Violence. Hell yeah. It was like everybody was in that voice call, dude. That shit was crazy. Also, Bear, is Wine around today? I'd feel really bad if I played this without Wine, when Wine bought this for me. I would feel, immense grief. Okay. Just ask. Because I can delay. Yana! Tell me more! Tell me more. Who, what, where, when? Who, what, where? How? why, etc., all the questions that you can ask someone are being asked to you right now. We're locking in, and the locking in is at Yana specifically. Yay! You can do it! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Wait. I think things could really occur. That's incredibly flattering. Hell yeah. This got the fanfic makings, and that's how you know that it's gonna be good. I mean, you don't need to have high hopes, but you don't need to have low hopes either. You know? Neutral hopes. Just good vibes. Imagine you're on the date, and all of us are behind you. Does that make you feel better? We're all standing directly behind you. We're looming and staring down at you. Cat Cafe! Yeah! I miss the cat cafe that was in Scotland. They had really good guys. Wine will be here soon. Why does wine... No, it's about wine, and there's absolutely nothing, there's no rules, just right. See, there's wine. See, and there it is. All we do is win. Alex, imagine. All we do is whine. I've been really thinking about how badly I want a kitty or a puppy lately, and I'm very sad that I do not have a little friend. I'm so jealous of all my friends who have little friends, and I do not. Especially because Eva just adopted a horse, who is also a dog, but is a horse. Wine! Yana, I know it hurts, right? Meowie! 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 And for, okay, you know what? Hitting new game for Meowie. Hashtag for Meowie.
Ago in England in 1592, there begins our tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London, bubonic plague did spread, covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
Oh. Drag left to turn page. Oh!
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
But one brave doctor stayed when all the cowards fled, might not have been because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Alas, 'tis my final hour. I will surely die. I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague there is no cure. Unless a cure might be found in the stars.
If we put our Minecraft bets together, then maybe. Choose one zodiac. Well, there's only one zodiac. Okay, I have the plague, characterized by a loss of appetite, immoderate thirst, and pus-filled swellings behind the ears and the armpits and in the groin. These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excess sanguinity in the liver. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius, this indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. Okay, I don't have a choice. Yana, this isn't DLC, I just haven't played it. Everybody played it, except for me, and then everyone yelled at me about it, and they were like... So now you're all experiencing this a second time, while I experience it a first time. Yeah, I should. There's nothing else to choose!
Let me see now. According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is to treat the fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true? Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever?
I'm a bit
Then
low?
I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now. Angelica and dandelion for heat, borage to provoke sweating, infuse them in wine, strain and distill the mixture to produce a most powerful strong water.
Strong water! Plugging. Simon!
Huzzah! I am cured.
No, you don't look. No, you don't
I
look.
shall now go forth with my miraculous strong water to cure all London of the plague.
Okay. I mean, I'm proud of you. Case summary. Querent Simon Foreman seen 13th of October 1592 at 1600. How am I to be cured of the plague? I judged my plague symptoms as being provoked by a fever, and I invented a new kind of strong water. Okay. Okay. I see him. I'm looking at him.
Foreman made a plague cure and used it on himself, then left his house to restore Londoners to health.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
Simon Foreman, he cured us of the plague, 'tis through some details
Are a little vague, but we know he knows astrology and knows his own strong water. So won't he be not a proper licensed doctor?
Here comes a lady queer and a little warily. Her name is Avis Allen, what can her trouble be?
God give you good day, madam. How may I...
Are you Mr. Foreman? Mr. Simon Foreman, the doctor?
Aye, madam, I am indeed Dr. Simon Foreman. I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers. Mistress...
Allen, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age, if you please, madam.
I am 33 years of age.
And how might I do you service this day, Mr. Allen? Pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain started full late last eve upon retiring to bed. Not that I am in the habit of retiring so late, but my husband did desire a special supper of cold meats to celebrate and give thanks in any case...
For what?
It started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the chundering.
A moment whilst I make note of this. Headache and involuntary purging.
Is that what chundering is?
Aye, that is all. And thinking on it, my complaint to seem most trifling, and you
I will
are
be only
doubtless
using
busy with
chundering from now
important
on.
cases. Oh, like the plague! Yea, verily, mayhap I should not have come after all. Good day, Dr. Foreman. I beseech you pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
Prithee, do not go, for I assure you, madam, your case verily is important to me. And 'tis important to you, is it not, Mistress Allen? Else you would not have come this day.
Well, I...
Let us consult the stars now then, shall we? What is the cause of Mistress Allen's suffering?
I would simply give her strong water. The crab. Evil digestion. Evil digestion. Are you pregante? Can you get pregante? That's the question.
You are with child, Mistress Allen. 'Twas the reason for your celebration last even, methinks.
But how did you know?
I can see it in my chart, madam. There is a planet aligned with Scorpio at present, Scorpio being the constellation that rules over such matters. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
It has been 14 weeks since my courses, and yesterday I did feel the child quicken. So, indeed, 'twas the cause for our celebration, as you say. For I have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen and I do pray this one will be born alive.
Oh, girl.
There, dear lady. The presence of the planet Mercury in my chart does suggest you suffer from anxious passions on account of your condition, and given your ill-favoured history, I warrant 'twas the twin
just drink
burdens
my
of
strong
hope
water.
and fear that provoked your troubles last even.
Oh, I see.
Pray take this flask of wine, madam. It has been infused with cloves, ginger root, and cinnamon. Drink of it each morning, and you should soon feel much improved.
Verily, I will do as you advise. I thank ye heartily, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
Okay, it was symptoms of headache, involuntary upward purging. I judge the query as being with child capitalized. Methinks the query is most pleased with me. Oh, she's gonna recommend me.
Almighty God, that show thy servant sorrow's kindness, and not less with cess,
Oh, he's stupid. No. Ah!
Good day, sir. You are Simon Foreman, the physician, are you not? These are your rooms.
Indeed, I am he, and well met, sir.
I am he.
Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming to my humble consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral?
Indeed, 'tis I, Thomas Blagg. Though it is not upon church business that I come to you this day. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities. And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Crypto?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God, as interpreted using scientifical means. And now, these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both. Hence, I must choose between them. And I must choose very wisely indeed. For sea voyages are most perilous, and if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
No.
Aye, forsooth, 'twould be most lamentable, to say nothing of the poor souls who might lose their lives.
Who are, naturally, the greater of my concerns.
Yeah, of course.
Aye, naturally. And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East. 'Tis a voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth.
Gay.
She is to bring back sugar from the Americas. Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye, Dean Blagg, we may now consult
Team
the
Blag.
stars. Should Thomas Blag invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
No, please. The ship's name should evoke a child who's victorious in battle. Flag's investment in trading voyage will result in a change of fortune for him. The ship's name should evoke a woman who partakes in a marriage. Interesting. What do I glean from this? Like, how do I tell which is correct? Yeti! Happy Monday! Have a good day, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, goodbye. Change in fortune. Well, like, that's the question, is what is his fortune currently? Is it good or bad? You know what I'm saying? What if it's bad? Change your fortune, idiot.
First, I must advise you that your investment will bring about a change in fortune for you.
I should hope so. Indeed, it is the reason for my desire to make such an investment. But in which ship?
You must invest in the Bride of Yarmouth.
The Bride of Yarmouth? The Bride? But how on earth...
Allow me to explain, Dean Blag. In the house of marriage, we see the planet Venus, which does represent femininity. And what is the feminine element of a wedding? 'Tis the bride. Ergo, the Bride of Yarmouth. Do you now see? I assure you, my logic is most sound.
Doubtless it is, though 'tis of no use to me, for I said nothing of a ship called the Bride of Yarmouth. 'Twas the Pride of Yarmouth. Pride, with a P.
Ah, verily. But I...
Oh, tush, Dr. Foreman. I will not judge you harshly.
Okay, Pat,
for in
welcome.
truth, I too do oft find myself thus befuddled. We elder gentlemen cannot expect to be as sharp as once we were, can we?
Sir, I hardly think we're of the same age.
Prithee, sirrah, as much as I would love to bide and discourse with you, it is almost time for my afternoon nap.
Of course.
Mayhap you would benefit from one also. Good day, Dr. Foreman, and keep ye well.
Of course. Mad.
Frighted by an she seems full afraid.
Yeah, why? I thought I could trust the game. I thought that the game remembered, and I didn't have to know shit, but it turns out that I have to know shit. Oh,
Good morning,
turn.
sir. Pray tell, are these the consulting chambers of Simon Foreman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic?
Indeed, 'tis I, Dr. Simon Foreman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss Sharp. And how may I do you service this day?
Well, 'tis a trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife. A dear, kind man, but I fear you will think me cold, Dr. Foreman.
There, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is exceeding advanced in years. I do worry he may not be long for the world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it.
She's so small.
Verily, I would not. Indeed, methinks I would rather not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable. A man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die.
He's dying.
Madam, 'tis a medical fact. But methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely. Why, Dr. Foreman,
His voice
it is
is
as if you have a
crazy.
gift for reading minds.
I love it.
Merely the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Does Mr. Middleton have any ailments that might hasten his death?
Okay. Mr. Middleton has been bewitched. No! Not Pluto in retrograde! Mr. Middleton suffers from dropping down of the piss. Okay, characterized by involuntary urination, it's exasperated when combined with his fear of heights. Mr. Middleton suffers from cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. He's going to die. So how do I know? Is it because he's a wool merchant? So he's like a little sheep? Is that what do I... Like, how do you even, do you ever have a dream? Oh god. What do these do? Understood. Why I'm scared? What if he has dropping down of the piss? Can you even imagine if he had dropping down of the piss? That would be so crazy. Did she mention he has symptoms? She just said he's old. Did I black out? I think I blacked out. What if he's been cursed by a creature? I don't even... She just said he's old. Man, like, I don't know. Honestly, being cursed sounds pretty likely. Cardiac passion. Does he have cardiac arrest or is he pissing? This is the problem. An old man probably pisses. But vertigo? Because old men, they be pissing. That's something about them. But do they also have a mild imbalance of black bile and phlegm? I don't know. I don't know enough about old men to know this. Is he so in love that he'll die? I don't think she's gonna like that if I say he's so in love, his cardiac passion for you is going to kill him. But he do be pissing. I feel very stupid. And the problem is that I want to choose dropping down of the pit. That's the big problem. And like I shouldn't. But what if? It's so hard because he's not here. I mean, he probably has a heart condition. I don't know. I don't know this man. I don't know anything about him. I haven't talked to him. Like... Does she know him? Did they just meet? I'm just gonna pick this one. I don't know if he's pissing. That's the she didn't mention that he pisses a lot, and like this one would be more hidden, I guess, because she wouldn't know about the heart that's in his body, but she would know about the pissing. Probably. That's my logic.
I am full sorry, madam, but the stars give heavy news. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion. Indeed, his heart may stop at any moment. He must avoid anything that might alarm or trouble his vital spirits. One shock could be enough to kill him.
Oh, woe, alas, poor Mr. Middleton. I thank you for your kind understanding, Dr. Foreman, and for your discretion in this matter. I will at once to my family go and beseech them not to make me accept Mr. Middleton's proposal. God give you a good day, Dr. Foreman.
Yeah. She's pleased. She liked that. I thought they were going to sing and they didn't. Beware, is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found to be practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. From Dr. Richard Smith. Why I'm nodding.
Murdering would those doctors come.
Murdering those doctors come.
Murdering one fine day.
Those doctors would they slay.
Those doctors
will
Those doctors will they slay for me? Slay for me? Or will they send him to jail?
That's the question.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians? Do they mean to do me harm? It is true that I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Of course. Oh, fuck. The authority of the licensed doctors of London hold it's primarily owing to their wealth and privilege. There is much they do not know about physic. The College of Physicians is making war against me. If I'm to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. The Church of England can help me, for the Archbishop of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical licenses. I must use my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my querents. This should involve being sensitive to the needs of my querent. I mean, but that's... But they'll still kill you. Is it bad that if he got a lot of recommendations, because then he'd get recommendations and then the church would come over and they'd be like, hey, we see you have a lot of recommendations, but you're not a fucking doctor. I'll kill you. But this is really powerful stuff. The thing is, he hates me. So... he thinks I'm stupid.
It seems that if I'm to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license. Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating their illnesses and problems with intelligence and sensitivity.
Yeah.
For if I do, they may favour me with letters of recommendation, and I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Ah! Alright. The thing is, right now, is I want to say something really unrelated and really cursed. And I want to talk about it, and I wanted to talk about it on stream. So Wine... You like gacha games, right? That's like your thing, is that you love a good gacha game. Where you collect the boys and the girls and then you put them... Alright, have you seen the horse girl one? I brought this up to Eva yesterday and she screamed at me. But I was losing my fucking mind. What the fuck is going on with that, dude? What the fuck? I saw it and I was like, I know it's based on an anime, but why do horses exist in the universe? Are they just horses? Why are they horses, but they're not horses? And they run really fast, and then you play the game where you go to their school and you train them to run? But they're horse girls? Fuck, dude. Sleo Fran, of course you are. Welcome, I love you. Becca, there's an anime and a video game, which is a gacha game, about girls who are horses. They're horse girls. And so they're girls with horse ears and little horse tails. And they compete in horse races. And they all have, like, horse race names. But they're human girls with horse ears. And then when they win the horse race, they perform a fucking song on a stage. So they're pop idols, and they're also horses, and one of them is a VTuber. Everything I learn about this is against my will, but, like, I think it's probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. One of the horses, which is a girl, by the way, is just named Vodka. That's her name. Wine, I get so overwhelmed. I watched someone play a little bit of it, and the tutorial was like 30 minutes long, and I didn't comprehend a single fucking thing that I was looking at and what was going on, but I did see that the girls were horses. So... I think one of them's named, like, Tongue Twister, which is crazy. Which is fucking crazy. For a horse girl. And they all race in, like, really elaborate, like, dresses and shit, because they all have their unique anime costumes, so they're just, like, running in those. Which is crazy. Anyway, I needed to mention it, because if Wine didn't know about the gacha horse girl game, then it would all be over for me. Harry, it's true. I think Bear would love K-pop Demon Hunters. Because there's women in it. There's also boys in it, and there's a cute little tiger who I love very much. But anyway, we can move on. I just needed everybody in the stream, in the chat, to be aware of... I forget what it's called. Horse girls.
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who is come to inquire dressed in such strange attire? Tis Signor Ferraro.
Yeah, one of them is named Majiro McQueen.
Ah, good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No,
The fuck is
good.
William?
I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all a London, huh? You
Mamma
cure
mia.
Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and is pain down here. Molto pain.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails
Dropping down the
Signor
piss!
Riccardo Ferraro?
The gout. Pisces, ruler of the feet! Please tell me that's not true. No. My curse! Oh, it's Piss Guy again! Losing the kidney disease and occasional loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. Pain in the bowels, faintness. And oily stool. Dysentery. I don't think that's... This makes the most sense. Mercury suggests he's lying. Wait. Okay. What an interesting concept. I mean, this makes the most sense for you, my boy. How the fuck... Did people know about kidney stones? That's crazy. I don't know if he's lying. I like him. So...
'Tis a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, senor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water.
Yes,
to
strong
dislodge them.
water.
Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then expect to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few hours.
Your what?
Ah, your famous strong water. This water is said to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Foreman. And now Ricardo Ferraro bids you good day.
He wanted the water. He wanted the water. And you know what? He got it. Okay. Rude? Rude?
Ah, well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how
Oh,
fares...
no.
I'd rather not talk about that if you please.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam.
Oh.
What
I'm
brings
come
you
upon...
this?
The matter
beg
that
your
brings...
pardon, madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Ah, 'tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not.
I don't know what
A
the fuck
cruel
you're talking
bind
about.
Indeed. Well, let us see if the stars may untangle it for us.
I'm personally
Should
out.
Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Why? Oh, the law is Protestant. I'm the wrong impression of the Allen's wealth and are envious. This indicates jealousy. This indicates confusion. Mrs. Alice's problem is her female neighbors. It's the women! Holy shit. Maybe a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome while also honoring England's Protestant legacy. Creativity and foreigners. But what if the death... What if she dies? Girl! What if the problem was women? That's the thing. No, girl, go with your heart.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Foreman?
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course,
it's
you
true.
must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Foreman, you have saved me. You are so wise, sir. 'Tis so. Verily, 'tis most admirable.
But, dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith.
Okay, guys.
Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
She's married! Coitus post consultatio! She's gonna get pregnant with our child now, and it's gonna be fucked. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. She's like, I'm gonna go to hell for going to Protestant church, and then she just cheats on her fucking husband. God mend me, what have I done? If only I knew of a Jesuit priest, I might confess my sins too. Well, girl.
Here comes a beauty dark as night. Her hair does shine, her eyes are bright. A damsel formed for man's delight. Oh, she is quite a lady.
Okay, why are we...
Oh, she is quite a lady.
She's fucking sexy, is what they're saying. She's fucking sexy.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano, 'tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice, too.
Does he?
No, sir, I do not know him. Venice is a large city, and as such, 'tis home to many thousands of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. Well, now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Bassano?
Ooh. Liverworm? Oh, the illness will not last long. Okay. No. You're pregnant, but don't worry, it'll go away. That's so threatening. I have to pick this because I don't want to think about worms. Even a little bit.
I neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
Aye, my father still lives.
I mean to say, are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are with child. Wondrous news indeed.
Ah, I see.
Of course, It is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Aye, Mr. Foreman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious owing to the unpredictable nature of your condition. For instance, sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is
coming
a
right
medical
now.
fact, and one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Ah, some of my maiden querents, I assume you are still unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course. I must lose no time in finding a husband. I thank you, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
Because she's so sexy. Doubtless cousin Alfonso will consent to marry me. Okay.
Mary Payne is frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast.
Oh.
A deadly and foul wind that comes direct from Satan's power. La, 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 la.
Oh.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Foreman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth. I'm come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter.
Why is she doing
Indeed,
finger
'tis a
guns?
matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street. A woman by the name of Avis Allen.
It is the woman.
Ah, yes.
It was
I
the
did
women.
hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Foreman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say
Oh,
you
the
think
cupboards.
Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood panelling of a
Okay,
wall?
it's powerful, though.
Indeed, I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas
He's
the
sexy.
figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Foreman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And 'tis true that Mistress Allen does now attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to. But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
The man Mr. Spain saw harbors cruel intentions for the Allen's household goods and possessions. Mistress Payne will tie his son. Okay, wait, can we wait a second? I wanted to do that one so bad. Wait. For the end of this reason. Speaks a relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner, as foreigners are untrustworthy by nature. Okay. Mr. Shallon's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. That's saying it's him married, she has to die. No, fuck it, she has to die.
The man you saw prowling around the Allen's house is no priest. He is a thief, come at night to steal silver plate and candlesticks.
'Tis a mere robber I saw. On my honour, that is well to hear. Still, something must be done about it. I will rouse the menfolk of 4 Street and have them patrol our street each night until this sneak thief is apprehended.
Ah, is that truly necessary, madam? Be there not more...
Pleasant day, Dr. Foreman.
She was pleased. What happened to killing her? What a fine-looking youth Foreman's manservant is. And she also wants to fuck.
When the querent does rock a continental frock, when the Ferraro does rock a continental frock, when his Italian flair features all facial hair, 'tis Ferraro.
Yeah.
God give you good day, signor. And how may I assist you?
'Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great dottore, Simon Foreman.
So I see. What brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. 'Tis very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say? I see. Anything else?
Also the belching.
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
He's a party animal.
Uncontrollable dancing. And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? 'Tis uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, 'tis a fair point.
Doubtless my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now, let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
He was bitten by a tarantula on one of his ankles. Tarantula venom causes the victim to laugh, sing, or dance uncontrollably, while also provoking an acute loathing of music. The creature! You're going to die.
It sounds to me like you're experiencing pain in your stomach.
But how did you know this?
Indeed, methinks you are stricken with a bout of colic. Most doctors do advise upward purging, but I have found the dog cure more efficacious in cases of colic.
The dog cure?
Aye. First you must find a dog lying idle on the ground. On any street in London you will find such a creature. Then you must kick the dog away, lower your breeches, and then make water upon the spot where the dog did lie.
If you say so, Signor Foreman.
If we were not on English soil, of course, I would have said you were bitten by a tarantula. But there be no such spiders in England. Our weather is much too cold for them. Indeed, only an overqualified quack who draws his medical knowledge from books alone would think such a diagnosis appropriate in this case.
Indeed, most ludicrous.
And in truth, the laughing and dancing you are troubled with may doubtless be attributed to your hot-blooded Latin temperament.
The racism.
Doubtless you speak true, eh? 'Tis but a symptom of my hot Venetian blood.
You like
Riccardo
that, though.
Ferraro bids you good day.
He was a little pleased, though. what manner of dark magic do you learn of my stomach pain? Dude, you wouldn't stop fucking burping.
Why does this lady feel confined? Mayhap the world is too unkind.
Oh, girl.
May doctor medicate her mind.
Recure this comely lady.
She's too sexy.
This comely lady.
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Foreman. Pray tell, is your Venetian querent Riccardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? Forsooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
Nay, Signor Ferraro has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Foreman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, 'tis quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Ah, quite. But let us turn our minds to happier thoughts. I did lately hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso Lania, for which I must congratulate you. And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
Aye, I was, as you correctly judged.
And your child and husband are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Foreman.
As it pleases you, madam.
Right.
What brings you this day?
Lately I have been feeling heavy and lethargic. I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty sleeping.
Oh, girl.
Ah, well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my son. Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
Girl.
I see. Let us consult the stars to see what afflicts you.
ADHD.
What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lania?
Oh. Melancholy. Phlegmatism, temperament associated with an excess of phlegm. Psychological factor. The illness will get worse before it gets better. When the black bile fucking hits. Choleric temperament associated with an excess of yellow bile, suffers of an aggressive, opinionated nature. I mean... she's depressed. She married her cousin, and she's so sexy. You know? When you're so sexy and then you have to marry your fucking cousin? Like, dude.
Mistress Lania, the stars indicate that your suffering is occasioned by melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me for it?
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I think it wise we determine what has provoked it. You did express a desire not to speak of your husband, and I cannot help but think that such a reluctance reveals where the source of your troubles might lie, to wit, within your marriage. Would I be right in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Foreman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and strong drink.
I see. And what are your opinions on these subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink. He disagrees.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of opinion can oft engender melancholy in a wife. Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory. Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant William bleed you of some of that excess bile.
I thank ye, Dr. Foreman.
William, come hither and bleed Mistress Lania.
William! She's pleased. Mayhap bleeding my husband would cure him of his taste for strong drink, very vigorous bleeding. And perhaps... Mayhaps... Oh, to be bled by William! A girl's dream. Sir, I thank you for your recent inquiry with regard to obtaining a license to practice medicine. I note from our records that you terminated your enrollment at our institution some years ago on the grounds of insufficient funds. Whilst we do not ordinarily issue medical licenses to men who have not first completed a medical degree, proof of equivalent professional experience in the form of letters of recommendation may be taken into consideration. A minimum of 8 letters of such recommendation is customarily required.
What is their relation? We are no longer sure. These formants now they're patient, and this is the cure.
Yeah.
Ah, my dear Avis, what a pleasure it is to see you. I have oft thought of our last...
I cannot tarry long. My husband will be expecting me home.
Of course. But, dear lady, is something the matter?
Of course. Do not all your querents come with a matter they wish an answer to?
Well, yes.
I wish to ask of the stars whether a man I am close with, a man who is not my husband, whether that man be also close with another woman.
A man you are... I see. Well, if I am to judge the stars for you, I must ask you to be more precise. In what sense do you mean close? The platonic bond of friendship?
Nay, close in the sense of being intimate.
I see. Then 'tis the familial tie of kinship, perchance.
Mad.
Nay, I mean someone with whom I have shared physical relations.
Verily, madam, if I am to give you an accurate reading, you must state your question clearly.
Methinks you know full well what I ask. I bid you ask the stars whether my lover is, that is to say, be it true that he engages with another woman in acts of strumpy-humpy.
Madam, you astonish me. 'Tis unlike you to speak such indelicate words. Now, if I understand you correctly, you have a lover, and you wish to know whether he has been sharing his tender favours with another woman.
Aye, but did I not verily say so?
And now that we have at last fathomed your question, let us read the stars to fathom an answer. Has Mistress Allen's lover been unfaithful to her?
Mistress Allen's mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Mistress Allen should be more optimistic about her romance with this man. This consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and Avis. Seeing what is willing and able to marry him, he wishes to continue his family line. Mistress Allen no longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. Oh. I really want them to keep doing this because it fucking sucks. But I also... What if she isn't talking about you? What if she's talking about someone else? What if the burglar that comes into her property at night, who lives in the priest hole, is doing things that we can't even begin to imagine? That's the question. That's the question.
Tis as you suspect, madam. Your lover does indeed share intimacies with another woman, one with whom he hopes to father children who bear his name. To wit, he desires something that you, a married woman, are
so
unable
mad
to give him.
Then I knew it!
Moreover, according to the stars, what does it say here? Yes, they say the quickening fever of your lover's desire has lately begun to cool. 'Twould seem he now finds relations betwixt you somewhat, well, a trifle dull.
Dull? But you... Verily? 'Tis my sister Bridget. Aye, 'tis she. Those cow's eyes she makes at you. She has lured you away. Fie upon her, that vile little strumpet!
What? You mean to say it is I you speak of?
Dull? You find our relations dull?
But Avis, pray heed me.
Then how is this for dull?
Kill him. Oh. She's just like deflated. She was like, how is this for dull? And she just like fucking died. The thing is, Becca, the funny answers are really what I'm going for in this video game now. Ever since I saw she should die before the end of this consultation, everything changed for me. What a fucking monkey?
She oft gets her hands on goods from foreign lands.
That Captain Forecast is
sends.
Is that a little monkey in like a collar?
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Foreman. They are much talked about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests, lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation, at my table, I served the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a potato. So crisp and refreshing. My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our...
Yeah.
But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden
No,
and
do not boil and
violent
mash them or stick them in a stew. Eat them raw.
Now,
Crunch.
let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and unsavoury event. What troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
Fucking crunch down on them. While they're green, dude. Evil digestion. Wandering hands. Neurosis. No, it's evil digestion. It's
Madam,
evil.
I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were full dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion.
Evil digestion.
I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison. However, in future be sure to cook the, potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me, what a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
What a fine-looking young man Dr. Foreman has for a manservant. Let me see him!
Here comes a literary mind, one such as we do rarely find. Just needs a man to be behind, for she's but a lady.
Yeah.
Good even, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Foreman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays. You can predict futures, can you not?
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Bassanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him Mr. S. He is presently writing a play that takes
Mr.
place in northern
S.
Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
How interesting. And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
If Mistress Lanier maintains optimism, her ambitions will be realized. Not only will she be successful, heroically transformative, surprising political changes. Optimism, transformation. They work well together. Maybe they're in love. Be more sensitive to the needs of her child. Legacy marred by deceit and jealousy. Mr. S indulging in creative theft. Mr. S! No, who could it be and how could he do that and who could he fucking...
Madam, the stars tell of a great deceit against you. They suggest that your collaboration with Mr. S puts you at risk of, let me see here, creative domination and theft. The result being that you will reap little from your collaboration with Mr. S, but feelings of bitterness and jealousy.
I cannot believe this of Mr. S. He is a right honourable man. I cannot believe such compelling insights into the human condition could be writ by such a knave as you describe. To be sure, he does oft indulge in wordplay for its own sake, thus cheapening and unnecessarily prolonging a scene. But nay, he is not a bad man. I know you mean well, Dr. Foreman, but I believe your judgment of the stars must be wrong on this occasion.
Alright, then perish. I don't know what to tell. Then perish.
Mistress Davis,
oh no.
The love of Foreman's life, how futile 'tis to fall for another man's wife.
She came back, though?
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, madam. What service may I perform for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
'Twas my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of... As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I see. Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
I see. And whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix? Prithee, madam, I bid you be more precise.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress Allen?
This is going to be powerful stuff. A loss of carnal lust. A deficiency of blood. And he's been bewitched. Pulled in the heart. Prick in the back. I want him to have a deficiency of blood. But if I say he was bewitched, then she's gonna be like, but I did not bewitch. Come on, dude, please. Fuck this one, it's so boring. I don't give a fuck about this one. Your hips are locked? I don't give a shit. What if you had no blood and you had a loss of carnal lust because your blood was gone? We're locking it in.
Your husband is suffering from a lack of sanguinity in the brain, which has resulted in a loss of carnal lust. According to my chart, there is little hope of remedy.
Verily, no hope at all?
Nay, I'm afeard not.
Oh, then Mr. Allen is not, cannot be a full husband to me. At least not in the full, true sense of being a husband.
Precisely so. And as a physician, it behoves me to observe how unnatural and lamentable it is that you, that a wife be so neglected.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, my darling Avis.
They got over that fast, dude. Quotis post consultatado. Thank you so much. She's so happy.
What doctors against him do make war? Doctors against him do make war. He makes love without a care.
Simon.
This is not his by law. But in love, and war is fair. But in love and war is fair.
Yeah.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so. Oh, my sweet Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for... Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars. Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
Of course. Ally with her family. I may be optimistic for Mr. Allen will suffer ill and die. Okay. Noticing sleep, I knew the truth about our relationship. I would presently be seething with jealousy. Avis is hiding a secret from me. No, he's going to die. He's going to die. The signs of the cunning. Oh, of B. Betrayal and Optimism due to a reversal? A change of direction due to death? I don't think... It probably doesn't mean... Betrayal. Betrayal and then... reversal and death. I don't think that that's going to be good for her, is the problem. I don't think that that's good. I don't think he's going to die. Can Simon be wrong? Like, this is... Because I don't think that that means what he wants it to mean. But the stars do not indicate... The stars don't spell out Mr. Allen. They're not spelling out his name. They're just saying that death is coming. That's not... And also One Direction is coming. I have to do it.
It says, Avis is one day to be widowed, which will, of course, be very tragical. But after the grieving is done, we will marry. She will be Mistress Foreman. Mistress Avis Foreman.
Oh my god. She's gonna be sold to One Direction after the death of her husband. Not blog. Like, a pin yourself or I'll do it for you. Thank you. His wife? His wife does him an evil? That's the end of the sentence? His wife does him an evil.
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same. For it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World.
This guy sounds
hiding
like
vast
Pete from Kingdom
quantities
Hearts.
of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is exactly how
Like,
rich
it's
can
in
I
there.
expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I'm to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blogg's
This guy's
investment
just a
in Sir
crypto
Walter
like-
Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
He'll be mad. The actually kind of foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and led by instinct. And they're all gonna die. There's cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children? Okay. God rewards exploration. And he'll be able to leave his children a legacy of fine things. Save your children. Bear, I'll miss you. I love you. Your children are going to die.
I am afeard the expedition is doomed, Dienblag, for Raleigh and his men have had their progress impeded. The natives who dwell upon the banks of the Orinoco River are refusing to let their ships pass.
But surely Raleigh's men will defeat them.
It seems they are unable to do so, for the stars indicate that upon spying the faces of the native children, the hearts of Raleigh's men did melt. They are disobeying their orders and refusing to lay waste to the villages for the sake of gold.
Small children can be very beguiling. Mayhap we send missionaries to these villages to establish schools. Once taught the Christian virtues of obedience and honesty,
of course,
the children will doubtless reveal the location of the City of Gold to Raleigh and his men.
Of course.
I will at once to Lambeth Palace go and discourse upon it with the Archbishop.
Okay, he didn't even really care one way or another. He was just like, cool.
When the symptoms are and the questions are queer,
from the ladies are strange and is artis
Of course.
Good morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo
Mamma
Ferraro,
mia, the
come
pizza.
once again to the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, way down my body, and out to my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Stop the blood, baby.
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
The burden of his lies. Right. He has hemorrhoids, which are swelling in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open hemorrhoids are apt to bleed. He has jaundice. Should I just not believe anything he says ever? Should I just be like... Wait, Scorpio is the ruler of your dick? Everything makes sense now. Can you... I'm so scared to take anything this man says to me at face value. I'm like, okay, you have hemorrhoids, but like, what if you're jaundiced? Is his face yellow? What if he's jaundiced? We have to lock in.
I'm afeard you have jaundice, signor. You must be purged of this excess of choler directly. I advise taking a hot bath, into which you must add an ounce of vinegar.
By the way, did you piss on the dog
sure
like I told you to?
Breathe deeply of the vapors that do arise from it.
Like...
How did you... Molto bene. I will take this bath that you advise. But what of the blood that is coming from out of my nethers?
Oh, worry not over that, signor, for 'tis a most natural and healthsome process. Your body is merely attempting to purge itself of corrupted choleric blood, much the same as does occur in a woman's nethers each month. But a man has what are called hemorrhoids for this purpose.
Are you sure?
And women
that is
don't get those.
Final answer.
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids. You are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Transferraro.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
Very real Ricardo. He's mayhap too good. This man's going to kill me for being a wizard.
This woman has a gift for words. If only she had writ his words, they'd probably be much better words. Though written by Our Lady.
Yeah, that's the thing, huh?
Did you see that?
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's
He doesn't know what that
behaviour
means.
does
He thinks
sound
you're calling
full
him a
strange.
slur.
But let us not think of him, but of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main, for I'm happy to report that you were quite wrong in judging that collaboration with Mr. S would fare ill, for in sooth 'tis going exceeding well. Verily, Dr. Foreman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being proud. Oftentimes in the night I see him following me home. One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window.
A priest hole.
I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
The creature. The Prowler is a violent husband. The Prowler hopes for a reversal of the ill luck he has had with Mistress Lanier. He harbors a misguided hope that she will perform her wifely duties and resume intimate relations with him. She's suffering mental confusion owing to her religious beliefs. Okay, it's a pretty fucked up thing for you to say. Man of authority, master of wit, and she considers him a friend. No. Your husband is stalking you. He's for some reason, instead of being at home, your husband, for with whom you are married, is gonna sell you to One Direction.
Madam, how have relations betwixt you and Mr. Lanier been of late? Does he exhibit any signs of a cruel or controlling nature? Is he prone to violence?
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman. My husband uses uncouth words, throws my books about, and even breaks chairs when he is in a temper. All the more so after he overindulges in strong drink.
I am full sorry to hear it, madam, but it does solve our mystery, for the stars suggest that it is none other than your husband who has been prowling you.
Verily, in truth, it does not surprise me. I will to home go and tell my husband to...
Prithee, madam, for the sake of your safety, act not in haste. If confronted, your husband may do you harm.
There is truth in what you say. Forsooth, if Alfonso would spend his evenings following me about, mayhap I leave him to it. For if he hopes to catch me cuckolding him with another man, he will be exceeding disappointed.
He's got a kink. Mayhap Alfonso think I am betting Mr. S.
Hear ye, hear ye! Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next Raleigh voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Reports have lately come in that Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World in search of El Dorado has been a colossal cluster fail. Haha. Despite Raleigh's assurances to the Queen that he would return with gold raided from Legendary City, it's said that his ships bring back naught but potatoes.
Here comes
Emma,
so kindly she, to the frail and aged she offers him her sympathy. What is she for others' hands? Especially when they're born of wealth. Here comes Emma, so kind-hearted is she.
Yeah.
Good day to you, Mistress Sharp.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. But I am Mistress Delamere now.
Mistress Delamere? But as I recall from my case notes, let me see now, 'twas 3 years past. Aye, were you not hoping to marry a man named George Middleton?
Oh, yes. I did marry Mr. Middleton. For though I did tell my family what you said about his condition of the heart, they quite insisted that I marry him. And truly, they were full wrong to do so, for just as you predicted, Mr. Middleton did verily die of his cardiac passion, mere months after we were wed.
So soon? How very tragical.
I blame the Scotsman who took to playing his bagpipes below our bedroom window at odd hours of the day and night. Such a bothersome man. Betwixt him and the vipers Mr. Middleton discovered one morning nesting in his undergarments, I fear 'twas all too much for his poor, weak
Yeah, I'd also
heart.
be pretty fucking scared.
There, my dear lady.
Girl.
How distressing your late husband's death must have been for you.
Evil.
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman, so much so that my friends urged me to marry again, lest I die of grief. But now that I am once more a wife, I would not wish to be widowed anew, and John Delamere, my present husband, is also an older man. Dr. Foreman, you must tell me whether there be any illness he has, whether there be anything I might do to save my dear sweet husband from an early death.
Then let us see what the
course.
stars have to say.
Let me tell you the
Is
easiest
Mr.
way.
John Delamere troubled with any condition that may cause him to die?
For innocent reasons, I must let her know. He also suffers from cardiac passion. He's also been bewitched. He's got quinsy. Well, I don't think you can die from having a sore throat. And I don't think that you can die from being bewitched, but I do think that if he were to also have cardiac passion, then maybe she already knows about the snakes that you can put in his shoes, and then the snakes, you know? You know? If he were to also have vipers, because she can just use the same vipers again. You know? Easy peasy. Horrible.
Madam, I am afeard your new husband suffers from a cardiac passion.
Oh, not Mr. Delamere as well?
Aye, 'tis a common condition among men of a certain age. You must keep him away from anything that may cause him alarm or shock. To wit, changes in temperature,
What's happening?
sudden noises and surprises, and bagpipes and snake.
What the fuck was
I
that?
will, sir, I will indeed. I thank ye for this wise counsel. Good day, Dr. Foreman.
Was that the devil? What happened? Extremes in temperature, sudden noises, and shocks. Interesting. Cold snakes. Oh, fuck.
Sibyl's a fine host, of this she will oft boast. She loves to entertain, she loves to entertain. Though hard she does try, her dinners go awry. And in tears and shame.
Girl, that monkey's gonna rip you apart.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day?
I did lately experience feelings of a most strange and disturbing nature, for which I desire an explanation.
I see. Prithee describe these feelings to me, madam. When did they occur?
Last eve, at a dinner party hosted by my dear friend Mistress Emma Delamere. All was well at first, but soon after my arrival I was stricken with a kind of madness.
Madness, you say?
Yes, moments during which I found myself overcome with feelings of mirth, laughing most immoderately at the dullest of remarks made by other guests. At other times I felt an unnatural fascination with the shape of the candelabra in the table's centrepiece. And all the while I was so ravenous with hunger, I quite absent-mindedly ate all the sweetmeats at my end of the table. I fear my rapaciousness did not escape the notice of guests seated beside me.
Such an immoderate appetite is out of character for you, I take it. It could not have merely been occasioned by anxious passions?
Why, nay, Dr. Foreman. Forsooth, I ought to have been very calm last eve, for I did spend the afternoon inhaling the fumes of an aromatic oil, a gift from my sweet husband, sent back from his explorations in the Near East. I did mention my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue, before, I think. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh. Oh, Henry and Sir Walter find the oil most relaxing, so he tells me.
Yet you were not so very relaxed last eve, I take it.
No, not in the least, for I fear a capricious spell was cast upon me. Over the course of the evening, I developed the strongest intuition that malignant forces were present in the room, and that I had been bewitched.
The creatures!
Could it be true, Dr. Foreman? Might a witch have cast a spell on me?
That is something we shall have to ask the stars, madam. Let us see. What was it that afflicted Mistress Sybil Fortescue last eve at dinner?
Melancholy. They were bewitched. Smoke inhalation. I mean, girl, you had the weed. Like...
Now, madam, the oil your husband sent you. This was the first time you did inhale its fumes, methinks.
Yes, the shipment of gifts from my husband did only lately arrive.
Ah, then I think we have your answer. I have read some interesting tales of such oils and herbs of the Near East. 'Tis said they occasion certain temperaments, to wit, an excessive sanguinity, which will have caused the immoderate laughter and increased appetite. They can also provoke a narrowing of the mind, which would explain your temporary fascination with the candelabra, and I believe the fumes of this oil may also have been responsible for the notion that you have been bewitched.
And the men of the Near East gain pleasure from this oil? They would render themselves foolish on purpose?
Aye, indeed. Foreigners have many strange customs and desires that we cannot hope to understand.
How
foreigners.
fascinating! I thank you for this explanation, sir. Indeed, 'twill make for a most diverting tale with which to regale guests at my next dinner. God give you good morrow, Dr. Foreman.
Yeah, girl. I wonder if Dr. Foreman's manservant was ever in the Navy. His arms to appear very strong. Can I fucking see him?
Another consultation.
Oh no.
Will this one end in bed?
Yes.
Or will Mistress Allen slap him round the head?
Important.
Ah, good day, Mistress Allen. What brings you this day? Oh, dear lady, you tremble like a leaf on an autumn day.
Aye, for I am most affrighted. But Mr. Allen says he thinks I worry over naught. So I am come to you, for methinks you would... Perchance you may help me.
By my troth, Pray tell me of this evil that affrightens you, madam, and I shall do all in my power to protect you from it.
Yes, evil.
Whoa.
Indeed, 'tis the very word for it. I have seen a dark figure prowling outside our house in the night, and once I saw him spying through my window. Who is he? What does he want from me? What am I to do?
I see. And you do not recognize his face or any other particulars? The colour of his hair, for instance?
Oh, nay, for 'tis always so dark. But by his silhouette I can tell he is a bony, scrawny little man.
Is he verily? But your husband thinks 'tis naught to worry over, you say?
Aye, he says the man is doubtless naught but a poor travelling tinker who is merely taking shelter in our garden. 'Twould explain why his figure is so slight, to be sure, but what if he is not a tinker? What if his purpose is more sinister?
Aye, indeed.
Evil.
Then let us consult the stars. Who is the man prowling outside the Allen's house in the night, and what is his purpose?
Oh no. Avis is mine. She must rein in her behavior. Not only does Avis have a deceptive nature, she's obsessed with romance and has a preference for younger men. Avis risks being punished by God for her frequent comings and goings from her house. Jesus Christ. We're going to have sex now.
The stars suggest the Prowler is a secret foe of your husband. Does Mr. Allen have any gambling debts, perchance?
Hold. Methinks I see it now. Ah, 'tis you! The Prowler, 'tis you!
Me? How now, madam? What an outlandish notion.
So you would deny it? That you have prowled and spied upon me these last months?
Prithee, Avis, you've got it all
I will not have it. I am not a thing to be owned. I'm not one of your prized possessions.
I prithee, madam, put that down.
Kill him.
Put it...
Ah!
Fie, madam. That was a priceless...
She disintegrated again.
Venetian vase.
I love how they just she just fucking falls over. It's so powerful. If I see him in the garden again, I shall have Mr. Allen go and... Nay, methinks I had best not tell Mr. Allen. I love how she already gave me a recommendation, so it doesn't matter.
Who is this man who has earned such acclaim? Lately returned from his conquests in Spain. The streets of London resound with his fame. Robert Devereux, that is his name.
Of course.
Good day, sir. How may I... By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Prithee, calm yourself, Sarah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querent.
Sexy
Of course,
man.
as it pleases your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past, are you not?
Oh, indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then perchance you might have some cunning cure for me as well.
Yeah.
For since I am returned to England upon having resolved that small matter in Spain, I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Mayhap they are. I know nothing of them. My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation. But I fear vast riches and the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord?
A creature?
I fear I do not grasp your meaning. If you would kindly show me where upon your body you are...
As you see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature of your affliction. But I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see. What disease troubles Robert Lord Devereux, the Earl of Essex?
It's always the fucking ooze, dude. Gonorrhea, a disease caused by white matter running from the privy member and a pain when passing urine. He's troubled with love, evil digestion, narcissism, narcissism. When you eat so much that you, when you eat the...
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an increase in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, 'tis true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be
Oh my
cured?
god.
The most effective method
Oh my
cured.
god.
The most effective method is lead plate therapy.
Piss on a dog.
Usually this requires a man to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet. Which is why I invented this.
And that is what?
A
Some
chastity
sort of
belt?
wonder job, like the ones old men used to wear?
Precisely so, my lord. 'Tis a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out of lead. I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor. Mayhap I just wear it in my chambers.
Good day, and please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
Hell yeah, dude. Though if I were to go about Whitehall Palace wearing a wonder chub, perhaps it would revive the fashion for codpieces. And then no one would get gonorrhea. Why are you back?
Night and day. If a woman has your heart, you cannot let her stray.
Girl, why are you back?
Avis, I did not expect to see you this evening. Do you bring news?
Aye, some very good news, at least if you confirm it for me. Methinks I am with child.
Ah, how very wondrous. And, have you any idea of who might...
Aye, verily, with child, but I dare not to. Forsooth, what if it be naught but false hope?
Then let us ask the stars without delay. Is Mistress Avis Allen verily with child?
Toxic. Holy shit. Evil angels are confusing Mistress Allen. Within a few months, it will become clear that she's not with child. House of Evil Angels, of course! Mistress Allen is aging. This decreases her chances of being with child. Her family thinks she's lazy. I should feel optimistic about the relationship between Avis and me. She's untrustworthy and creative when it comes to her marital duties. Mistress Allen is with child, but it will die. This one is so funny. This one is so funny. Evil angels. The thing is, though, this one's also funny because it's like, you're the child, but also fuck you. Like, it's all funny. They're both bad. How gaslight gatekeep girl boss do we want to be? That's the question, you know? Like, this one, it's like, oh, your kids... you have a child with a kid. You have a child with a guy. This one, it's like the angels are here, and everyone fucking hates you, and, love me. Because everyone hates you, and your family thinks that you're lazy, and you're untrustworthy, and I hate you, and fuck it, I want to do it. It's funny.
I am sorry to tell you, Avis. You are not with child this time.
Nay, verily?
I am feared so.
But why?
Why are you so plump at present? Well, you're not as young as you once were, but with a trifle more exertion around the house.
First you tell me I'm not with child, and then you call me a plump, lazy old woman?
'Tis not I, 'tis the stars. I have no control over...
Oh, how could you speak such... Oh, why must you insult me so? What new imagined sin did I commit that you would punish me for now?
By my troth, 'twas never my intention to insult you, Avis. But I see I have vexed you. Pray forgive me, Avis.
Fret not, Simon. In truth, I know you mean no harm. Methinks 'tis that such disappointment is hard to bear. I did so wish it to be true, that you and I were to have a child.
Yeah. Could Simon be wrong? I love how the most vile answer that I gave her was actually, like, kind of chill.
Rich but not satisfied, mayhap you have not tried this one weird trick for displaying your wealth. Buy herbs and confections to boost your complexion and pass idle hours tending to your health.
One weird trick for displaying your wealth.
Good even, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my chambers this day?
Nicholas Muggs, proprietor of Muggs Rugs down on Silver
Muggs
Street.
Rugs!
Ah, the wig makers. You supply wigs to players, do you not? I have heard tell of your fine work from some of my playhouse querents.
I thank ye for your kindness, sir. I do hear you are very skilled at your trade also. For are you not the curer of the plague of 92? Forsooth, I do hope you may cure me as well. For though I do not think I have the plague, whatever I have is doubtless most grave, no matter what my wife thinks.
And what is it your wife thinks?
It be her mind that I have taken naught but a chilly cold in the head. But 'tis not so, Dr. Foreman, for I ache all over. My throat is grown sore, and I cough day and night.
Day and night, you say?
Aye, verily.
I see. Then let us consult the stars. What does ail Nicholas Mugg?
I just thought, you know, guys, something that's interesting that I'm thinking about watching like this kind of happen in this society. Do you think in the anime with the horse girls that horses like don't exist and it was always horse girls like pulling carriages and stuff in like this time period? What happened? How did people like go to war with the like what do you mean? If they don't expand on the lore, then I'm not interested. I mean, who's to say it isn't mine, you know? Hypochondria, possibly induced by witchcraft. Your wife is poisoning you. Mug is taking cold in the head. He'll hate that. Cardiac passion. I wish I could say cardiac passion for everything. No, you hypochondriac, and also your wife is hexing you.
I'm sorry to confirm that your condition is indeed most grave.
Oh, most grave, you say?
I am afeard so, for it seems you have been stricken with a bout of hypochondria. 'Tis a disease of the mind that provokes delusions of illness in the sufferer, whilst he is, in truth, in a state of perfect health. My chart indicates that in your case it is so severe, it may one day prove fatal.
What is it that you call it?
I
must own, sir, that though I understand little of what you say, by your tone methinks you do trifle with me. And to think that folks say you be different from other doctors. Well, sir, I will not tarry, for I see I do waste my time here.
He has a man cold? A cold for men? I will now to the apothecary go for a tincture of herbs. Of course.
Robert, Lord Dare,
oh, how's your day?
Rising star, dashing and debonair, he will go far. Oh, London greets him with cries of huzzah. In truth, we cannot state how sweet we are.
Yeah.
Good day, my lord. How may I do you service? Would it pertain to some thrilling adventure upon which you may soon be embarking?
Indeed it does. Sir Walter Raleigh and I did recently come across some intelligence concerning a fleet of Spanish ships that will soon be sailing home from the New World, bearing a goodly cargo of gold. Raleigh and I plan to borrow the royal fleet, which we will use to intercept the ships and seize the treasure.
Huzzah! But, borrow the Royal Navy, you say?
Aye, only temporarily, of course. The Queen will hardly know her ships are gone. Indeed, when we return them to her bearing a handsome prize of Spanish gold, she will doubtless forgive our failure to file the correct paperwork and what not.
Doubtless. And how may I assist your lordship in this glorious endeavour?
Well, in order to intercept the Spanish fleet, we must know which route it is planning to take. One possibility is that it returns to Spain having retrieved the gold from the New World's southern continent. The other possibility, and this is the one Sir Walter thinks most likely, is that the gold has already been transported by conquistadors from the southern continent up to Havana, and the ships are to fetch it from there.
Ah, then let us see whether the stars can tell us upon which route the treasure ships may be intercepted on their return to Spain from the New World. Will they be sailing from the southern continent or from the Spanish colony of Havana?
Yeah. The crew of Spanish ships happened upon the gold by conquering and killing its owners. For the conquering of foreign peoples, the King of Spain is establishing a fine cultural legacy for future generations. Women factor into the Spaniards' travel plans. To trust Raleigh's instincts. No, women. It's gotta be women.
The stars are of the same mind as your friend Sir Walter Raleigh. Now, for regardless of where the Spaniards load their ships with gold, they will stop at the port of Havana. It seems the Spanish sailors will be unable to calm their carnal desires.
Excellent, excellent. But where are we to intercept them?
They will fuck.
Pray, give me the precise day, latitude, and longitude.
Certainly, my lord. But divining nautical coordinates is a somewhat lengthy and complex process. If your lordship would kindly return in an hour or so...
Quickly, sir! I have not the time to bide here all day.
Well then, let me see now. Taking into account the position of Jupiter, divide by 3, carry the 1. Yes. The Spanish treasure ships may be intercepted upon the 15th day of October, at a latitude of 9 and 40 degrees north and 5 and 20 degrees west, or thereabout. That said, however, I cannot promise you that...
Excellent. Raleigh and I shall sail to this very spot. Huzzah!
You're going to die.
Godspeed, my lord.
You're going to die. Congratulations. He was pleased, though. I wonder if I might have yet contrived to scrape all that damnable Manchego cheese off my astral. This is the worst day of my life.
Though she never went to school, and she's kind and never cruel, do not take Alice for a fool. Alice Clark, she is no fool.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't going to take her for a fool, but thank you for telling me.
Good evening to you, madam. How might I...
Hi. Pray go tell your master, Mr. Foreman, that Mistress Alice Blagg is come to see him.
Ah, Mistress Blagg. It is I, Dr. Simon Foreman, at your service. And what an honour it is to welcome the wife of the Dean of Rochester to my humble practice. To whom do I owe my thanks for having recommended you to my care?
Well, I will not lie. You owe your thanks to nobody. For folk do tell me that you are not a real doctor, but a quack, who does conjure demons and dabbles most unlawfully in the dark arts.
I do assure you, madam, that whatever you may have heard, I am
Yea, do not quibble, sir. If I did seek the counsel of a doctor who has one of those fancy medical degrees, or the kind of high-bred know-it-all who does see fit to judge a woman and vex her most cruelly, I would have gone elsewhere. But, truth be told, I have need of such a man as you, for I have been bewitched by a witch.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, I see.
Yea, a loathsome spell has been cast upon me. It does cause me to awaken in the morning with a most terrible pain in my head. A pain so wretched it does have me chundering into my chamber pot.
No, chundering.
Pain in the head and involuntary purging. And what leads you to believe your suffering is occasioned by witchcraft?
The timing is most unnatural. My troubles do occur every Saturday morning without fail. I suspect the doings of our new neighbour, the widow MacDoon.
Oh.
As well as being Scottish, she does possess several cats.
Several cats, you say?
One or two of which I may have kicked, and now she has seen fit to take revenge upon me with her dark, foreign magic.
Indeed.
No.
Scotland is well known for the powerful black witchcraft practiced by its womenfolk. But as compelling as this evidence may be, my practice does draw upon the latest scientifical arts. To diagnose your condition, I must first perform a rigorous astronomical analysis. So, let us see now.
Like, that's the thing,
what do
she's
the
supposed to get
stars
the
say
dogs.
is the cause of your Saturday morning suffering?
Saturday Morning Suffering, the name of my podcast. Noxious food or drink. Addiction. Girl. Experiencing early sense of being with child. No. She's bewitched. I like her, like, is this... Oh, they're rosy cheeks, and then, like, I thought the shading was like a birthmark, and I thought it was really cute. But I see now. Girl, what's going on?
Madam, may I delicately inquire as to whether it be the habit of you and your husband to take wine with supper? On Friday evenings, perchance? Drinking a little overmuch on occasion is nothing to be ashamed of. Many of my most respectable querents do find that a fine French claret can be deceptively...
Oh, nay, more's the pity. My husband is a tiresome teetotaler who prefers to spend his evenings writing sermons and counting coin. He hardly ever accompanies me to the tavern on Fridays.
Does he not? Well, in any case, I am much afraid that the ale you do consume upon these tavern visits may be to blame for your affliction. The consumption of strong drink can provoke an excess of black bile, which then does cause the body to purge itself the following day. I do advise you to consider...
Then I am not bewitched. But if that be true, then to poor Molly McDoon I have been most rude and unneighbourly. For shame. I must go to her this hour and apologise. Fare you well, Mr. Foreman. I must bid you good day.
Great outcome. I will invite my Scottish neighbor to take in conciliatory... No, stop drinking! Jesus.
Beware conspirations, plots, and machinations.
Being cold.
The schemes of big physic to sell you their
Oh, fuck, the schemes of big physic.
But they call it science. They mock our beliefs and belittle our fears.
No, big physic. In the year of our Lord?
Ah, well met, Mr. Mugg. You seemed displeased following our last consultation.
No, I'm locking in.
In truth, I am surprised to see you again.
Doubtless you are. You were very wrong to tell me I had, what was it again, hyperdiarrhea or some such?
Hypochondria, as I recall.
But, yea, I am come again, for it seems you have won the heart of my wife, and she will not hear of me seeing any other doctor henceforth.
Ah, verily. Your wife's endorsement does me honour, sir. So, what brings you this day? For in sooth you look most well.
Well? Mayhap I look well now, but 'twill not be for long. I have been poisoned.
Oh!
Poisoned? By the saints! Who is the author of this foul deed?
My friend George Sprottle, the bookbinder.
Not George
I did
Sprottle!
dine with him not 2 hours ago.
Ah, I see. A bout of evil digestion. Pray tell, was there turned meat or some such at table?
Nay, not meat. 'Twas a pie full of cherries. I had a bite of it afore I knew what I was eating.
Cherries, you say?
Aye, cherries. And this after I took particular care to give Mistress Sprottle a list of foods I must not eat. I added cherries to the list when I did hear that the Countess of Devonshire has declared against their noxious qualities.
The Countess of Devonshire, you say? Noxious qualities, indeed. And now your symptoms, Mr. Mugg. Had you any reaction after eating these cherries?
My reaction? Well, I reacted as any man would. I spat them out. And know you what Mr. Sprottle did then, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, but pray tell.
He did laugh at me. He even called me a dinner-ralphing fusspot.
No.
Fie. I may soon be in the grave, thanks to George. Will he still be laughing then?
Well, let us not speculate, shall we, Mr. Mugg? Now, let us see what the stars may tell us. What ails Nicholas Mugg?
He's dying. We have to lock in. He's dying. Cherry poisoning. Splenetic, occasioned by rank. What the fuck does this mean? No, you've been poisoned. You're dying from the cherries.
Aye, it seems you have indeed been poisoned. The cherries have provoked an imbalance of choler. You must take the antidote for cherry poisoning, which is... let me see what I have here in my cabinet. Ah, yes. Saccharum officinarum. Dissolve a pinch of these crystals on your tongue before dinner for a week.
Saccharum?
Saccharum officinarum, more commonly known as sugar.
Sugar, forsooth. I have heard tell of sugar. 'Tis a rare and fine substance, I do believe, and therefore doubtless most efficacious.
Yeah. I must now to my grocer go, for they say the Countess has had a portrait painted in which she sits beside a bowl of grapes. Yeah. What? Simon.
William! Ah, there you are. Did Mistress Allen
Can I
call
see
whilst
him?
I was out this day? Nay? You're quite sure about that, are you? Ah, I see. I cannot understand it. Why has Avis not come these past weeks? Does she no longer wish to see me?
I have been deprived of tender favors of late, but my fortune seems to be reversing. I expect to see Avis again soon. Mistress Allen's reluctance to see me is but the legacy of my unpleasant manner. He's not gonna fucking deal with that. Are you kidding me? She feels that she's treated her husband carelessly. It was cruel of Avis to allow me to hope that we wouldn't want to be together. It is only self-constraint and sense of duty toward her husband that keeps her from calling on me. She has romantic feelings towards another man. Oh my god. She doesn't know whose father the child she carries. Oh my god. No, no self-awareness. No, but we have to do this. We have to be like, we're gonna see her again. We have to fucking gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. It's just...
So, 'tis the madness of my love that keeps Avis away.
Yes.
My jealous passions and accusations have vexed her, mayhap even caused her fright. When she comes to see me again, for she surely will.
You should stalk
by
her
and by,
house.
I must remember to be kinder to her, to not plague her with my suspicions. And until Avis does return, well, there are other women in the world, are there not?
Of course. We have to be more delusional, King. Sir, I must thank you for resolving the misunderstanding betwixt me and my neighbor, Mistress Molly McDoone. You advised me that my Saturday morning headaches and tremblings were not caused by her witchcraft, but by my consumption of strong drink. You spoke true, and for that I am grateful. Although if Molly was not then the author of my suffering, she surely is now, for since we are become friends, we go together to the tavern every Friday. Hell yeah.
Nothing like the sun, if snowy white her breasts are done, and that is a description done, for she is a
Yeah, of course. That's the thing.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you.
I have been publicly humiliated. Mr. S. has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
Well, your complexion is rather, that is to
I
say...
am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name. And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it.
Girl.
My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fancy wench. No longer will they judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope it is not as grave as that, madam. Have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. For we are almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
You gotta get sexier. Mistress Lanier harbors secret thoughts of adultery, which relate somewhat to her intellect and her feelings of dissatisfaction. She's ignorant of her romantic feelings, and this must be reversed. Mistress Lanier would abandon her career ambitions and revert to her true vocation, bringing forth new life. Shut the fuck up. God will help her if she exercises constraint. She's confused about her feelings. Shut the fuck up, Simon! She's not gonna take this well either. But, I want to help.
You are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation,
Sexier is not... Simon is not sexier.
There is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
Kill
God's
him.
womb. But what can I do to forestall such an injustice?
Kill him.
I suggest you spread a rumour of your own about another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's
Why
sonnets,
do you know that?
'Twould do her reputation no harm. Indeed, the effect would be quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a manor present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my fellow women, especially those seeking to make their way in business.
Dude, hell yeah!
Do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro. He is staring at us through the window.
Is he? Then doubtless he has come for another consultation.
So close. Unless I rescue my reputation, I shall be a good ally to this. What was her name again? The Black Luce.
When it feels like a play, an Italian cliché. When it feels like a play, an Italian cliché. Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
Hell yeah, it is.
Good day, senor, and well met.
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, senor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First problem, I do make a chandar in the morning. Next problems, my belly does swell and my chest 'tis a most tender to the touch. And now, for the very most terrible of problems, I have the big feels. One moment I do weep, and the next I do curse and gnash my teeth. So, Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup? Un momento, I make the water.
Nay, not in my... prithee, hold. If you please, senor.
You piss.
As with our previous consultations, I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not my...
Nay, senor, I have no need of it.
Fix your mustache.
Whilst 'tis true that most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise. Indeed, the practice is quite primitive. 'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
This scientifical method. This reading my diagnosis in the stars?
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
We have to find out. Oh, fuck. Trouble with apoplexia, a condition of the brain provoked by a sudden fit. It affects sensory perception and causes a swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of the teeth. Mattering in the breast, which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area. Please, I want to so bad. Please, I want to so bad. Oh my god, I want to so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I have to. There's no other option for me. It's gotta be this one.
This is exceeding strange. Your complaints of a tender chest, morning purges, swelling, along with the positions of the planets, they suggest you are with child.
You would judge me, a man, as being with a child? Gods of blood! What kind of a dottore are you?
Well, indeed, it does seem strange. I may have gotten my calculations wrong. Unless, of course, your moustache is naught but a cunning disguise. But I jest, senor. It was not my intention to doubt your manliness.
The gasp.
You jest! A lady who would disguise herself as a man? So silly. I think you see too many plays by Mr. Shakespeare, huh? Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
He's perfect. God's blood, that was a close shave.
Are you verily sure that your dinner is cleared? At me, food causes your pain, but your friends and relations are very vain.
Yeah. Worse.
Good day, Mr. Mugg. Pray tell, did the matter with the, cherries resolve itself in the end?
Those sugar crystals you gave me did work wondrous well.
I have to make
Verily,
it worse.
Dr. Foreman, methinks you should fashion this medicine into little round pills and sell them by the score. I warrant you would make your fortune.
Yes, if only I could have my querents believe that mere sugar pills were the cure for all their ills, great and small. I would be a very rich man indeed, would I not? And what may I assist you with this day, Mr. Mugg?
I have the spotted fever.
No.
I must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms
He's
listed
pregnant.
in the medical book I did read. I am already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes, but now I require...
You mean to say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health? Why, that is a most technical book, writ for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge. Oh, but Dr. Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George nicely...
Sir, let us consult the stars and see if they may tell us what ails you.
You're going to die. Hypochondria? Absolutely not. Evil digestion? Absolutely not. Spotted fever? Absolutely. You're dying.
You do indeed suffer from the spotted
There's
fever,
nothing
Mr.
else.
Mugg. Now, as to your cure. It does require some uncommon ingredients that I do not keep here in my chambers at present. A moment, pray, while I write this down. Here, take this recipe to your apothecary and have him make you up a preparation. Take a spoonful each morning until your red spots disappear.
Ooh, ground up horns of a deer. And cinnamon, how very fine. And this red coral from the South Seas.
Aye, verily. Nothing but the finest of cures for my loyal querents.
It is just as well for us that I did consult Mr. Cogan's book, is it not, Dr. Foreman? On my word, my wife was very wrong to doubt him.
Of course.
I shall tell her you said so. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give ye warning. A great storm is coming. I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak
His
true.
bones.
You would do well to bide indoors at the first sign of wind and rain. God keep ye well, Dr. Foreman.
My bones!
They...
Now that the common folk know how to read, we shall soon have no more need of doctors.
Almighty God, thy gracious hand.
Oh. Wow. So rude.
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare well. For my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye, Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully, just as you predicted. His ships did return loaded with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables.
Potato!
I cannot fathom it. We are Englishmen. We do not eat vegetables.
Aye, a disappointing outcome indeed.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Yeah?
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships carrying gold back from the New World.
Oh, hell
For this
yeah.
expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military genius, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed. There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of them. Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars can tell us what has become of this expedition.
They had really good directions, and they're doing really well. Blogg is a lazy fantasist who indulges in an excess of creative thinking. Okay, rude. Angels will vest their blessings upon him, but he must be patient. A violent battle is being waged in a foreign clime. God has planted him good intuition. The moon shines its benevolent light upon the Blogg family fortune. He's been careless. They're gonna die in the thing. No. We can't do this one. The stars are throwing shade. Absolutely not. No, you're gonna do really well. God loves you.
Wondrous tidings! Your family's fortune is soon to be restored, and you may thank God for it, for it was he that inspired you to invest in such a well-led expedition. Raleigh and Essex have come upon the Spanish treasure fleet, and a violent battle off the coast of Spain is being waged this very hour.
Verily, blessed day! O Heavenly Father, I give thanks unto thee for
Pete
both
from
thy
Kingdom
mercy
Hearts.
and thy business savvy.
Thinking about Swan Pie? Dude, we've all been there.
Why must this wench act so distressed?
Okay, rude.
Mayhap she can't abide a jest.
Okay, rude.
No welcome love when 'tis professed. What an ungrateful lady.
Okay. Fucking rude.
What an ungrateful lady.
It's in there, Becca. That's the thing. It's like, it's deep in there, but sometimes he's like breaking out.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
Ah, verily? Indeed, I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day. But he changed his mind and ran off, you say? Huh, how very mysterious.
Truly, 'tis as if all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam.
Hashtag
I,
not
for
all men.
one, remain most devotedly at your service.
Indeed. It does seem that I must beseech your pardon. For some years ago, you rightly foresaw in the stars that my alliance with Mr. Shakespeare would end in theft and deceit. But I would not heed you. I have been a fool, Dr. Foreman.
My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave has befallen you. Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday I did meet with Mr. Shakespeare to discourse upon our new play, which is to open this week at the theatre in Shoreditch. But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he wrote about me, 'Twas difficult to hide the heaviness I did feel in his company.
I can well imagine, madam.
So then, well, he remarked upon my dark humour. To wit, he said to me, Amelia, your pretty brow does furrow, so I will kiss it smooth.
And I sense that you did not receive this well?
Indeed, I did not. Forsooth, I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flagon of ale full over his head.
Good.
Ah.
Whereon he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom, and then he flew out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt. Men who work in playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course. Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed
All right,
in solid,
Simon.
stable professions, I shall never understand.
Shut up.
And if only that were all. For this morning I saw a bill advertising our play posted on a wall in my street. It bears his name and not mine.
Verily? Surely not. Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed, the player who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon me for rejecting his sly suit by denying me credit for my work, and he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler.
The wretched
Though I
scribbler.
am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
prithee, sir, I am come not in search of vengeance, but to seek
Tell
answers.
me more?
As you know, I
Warlock
have been
Simon?
ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even love, a man again?
Become a lesbian. What the fuck? Oh, Simon. Oh, Simon. Amelia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Amelia should give in to her true feelings. Amelia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence. God rewards men who invest time in their friendship with comely women. The relationship betwixt Amelia and me is currently wrought by confusion. Amelia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Mr. Slanier is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Amelia's present adversary may bring change and new life in the form of a child. This is the worst day of my life.
To your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of your trust and affections, forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear lady, the answer you seek need not be divined by reading the stars. It may be read in the signs you see before you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I can't
I'm
do
afraid
this.
I do not follow, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple, your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still-life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl of... Below? 'Tis clear to me now, your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been prowling me these last months.
Dearest, loveliest Amelia, allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
God's womb, et tu, Dr. Foreman.
Et tu,
Are
Brute!
you of all men to betray me thus? But 'tis true.
I can't believe she
I
quoted
never see
Jared
the answer.
Padalecki.
For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments. Farewell, Dr. Foreman, and clean your desk. Verily, 'tis quite disgusting.
She took my advice most ill. No. Sir, I must thank you for your diligent care of my husband, Nicholas. Your efforts to disabuse him of his fanciful notions are much appreciated by his family. Please continue to speak true to him, that he may one day come to his senses, and peace may be restored to our household. Your querent's long-suffering wife, Sarah Mugg.
Lancelot Moore is of a great house. Much does depend, much, on his choice of a spouse. He must be well, whose consecrate wealth, no matter the cost, to love and to have.
No!
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so. Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman, for methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
Ah, well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
And I take it you would not wish to comply?
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
The lady does seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish! Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age. It is most unnatural to ask a grown man to wed a child.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. 'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be damned. My heart belongs to a true woman, not a freckled, scrawny slip of a girl. A full-blossomed woman.
A woman, you say?
Aye, Marion. My other cousin.
Oh.
I see.
Ah, Marion. So beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face.
Okay.
Oh, how I yearn for her embrace.
Okay.
In me she hath such passion stirred, a fever rises in my... But nay, I pray for death and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage so that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion. Mr. Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
He died.
Yes, indeed. Let us see what the stars advise. How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We blacked out, but we're okay. If Moore spreads a rumor about Barbara being sexually active, the marriage plans will cancel. Barbara is with child. She's 14. An appeal to Moore's mandate may induce him to travel abroad. He'll be able to extract himself from this engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. He should betray his family by going to war. What does Moore's intuition tell him about this marriage? Therein lies the key to unraveling the engagement. God's aid will come via cousin Barbara, who's both intelligent and rebellious. She's also unhappy. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
'Tis apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara. But have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me.
Yes.
I am exceeding eligible.
Aye, doubtless you are, Mr. Moore. But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbours some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
A creature.
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply
bide your time. For the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise.
Yeah,
but
leave it to
it shall be
Barbara.
on your head if I'm forced to marry her, Mr. Foreman.
Okay. Mayhap I go this night to recite rhyming verse outside Marion's bedchamber. I saw that in a play. It worked wondrous well. We have to end the stream.
Hear ye, hear ye. Spanish Armada nears English coast. Nation prepares for invasion whilst Queen searches for missing navy. Hear ye.
As Spanish ships near our shores, the Queen's ground troops prepare for what promised to be a blood-soaked slaughter of Englishmen by continental Catholic savages. With England's coast undefended, experts predict Spanish ships will be sailing up the Thames to London within days. Sources in the royal court say the Queen is more than a little vexed by the absence of the Royal Navy, which experts describe as lost. Does it save? Have we saved? Are we okay? Okay. Will you go to the menu or will you close? We'll go to the menu. Thank you. Wine, thank you for telling me not to look at anything before playing this, because what the fuck is going on? Now, the Mpreg guy, that's who I'm really interested in. Above all else is Mpreg guy. But everything else, I mean, who's to fucking say? This is fun. I like it. I'm having a good time. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll beat it, question mark? You said it was like about 6 hours? So tomorrow we'll lock the fuck in and we'll beat it and then we'll play The Witcher for 6 months. So everybody prepare yourselves for what is to come. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I love you all very much. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.